welcome. We're here today with Rosalind Sedaka and Amy Sherman. And gals, I understand you have a new program. It's called Dating Rescue, a 10-week e-course for women of all ages. And also it includes a lot of great topics. Rosalind, can you tell us a little bit about what's in this e-course?
We really cover the spectrum of everything that a woman would want to know so that she could get herself moving ahead in dating efficiently, effectively, so that she could really create the relationship that she's always wanted. So we cover the inner thoughts, how to feel good and confident, and you're working on your self-esteem, and how to put your best foot forward. And we also cover the outer, how to look good, how to dress for a date, how to make your appearance good, how to walk that line about being sexual and sensual and yet not crossing over the line, those kinds of things. We talk about where to meet a date, how to psych yourself up beforehand, questions to ask, the important issues, but we make sure it's coming from a place of empowerment for women, because that's the key. You don't want to lose yourself when you're dealing with relationship issues. And too many women start, whether they're in their 20s and 30s or whether they're in their 50s and 60s. They just start disempowered, and it leads them down a road that's very ineffective and frustrating. We're eliminating that, and we're creating the pathway to dating effectively so that they're going to be happy and really find the prince that they're looking for.
We also cover a very important topic, abuse. Many women don't even realize when they're in a relationship that the man they're with is manipulative. So we talk about all the warning signs, the red flags to look out for, like if he's keeping you isolated, if he's angry all the time and irritable, if he is critical about you, jealous. There are so many factors. So this chapter is very comprehensive, and it covers a lot of really powerful information. We talk about empowerment. How does a woman maintain herself in a relationship? Because we have found that so many women lose themselves. They forget how important they really are, and they try to do everything for their partner. But what about you? So we cover that topic, which is so important as well. We also cover how to communicate well. That's one of the most important topics as well. I guess every chapter is an important topic. But it is all, relationships have to be, you have to communicate well with your partner. Otherwise, you'll lose the foundation for maintaining a good relationship. We know that men and women are different. And this chapter or this module will talk about how to communicate effectively, what skills you need to look at, and how to keep yourself from saying and doing the wrong things. We also talk about how do you know if you have a keeper? How do you know if the person that you're with is really the person you want to spend the rest of your life with? So there are qualities and characteristics that we discuss so that you could identify yourself, what you really need in a relationship, what is important for you, and how you can keep the relationship healthy and vital and thriving in the long term.
Okay, great.
And
Well, go ahead, Rosalind.
A couple of other areas. We cover intimacy and sexuality because that's an area that changes at different ages and your approach to it is different. Talk about dating etiquette. And we cover the warning signs of being in relationships that aren't productive for you and aren't fulfilling for you, and also let you know when mistakes to avoid, because if you avoid them from the beginning, your entire experience of dating is so much more rewarding, and it leads you to a much quicker connection with attracting the person that you most want to be with.
Well, listen, there's a lot of great information I can tell that you gals have provided. Now I'd like to have you mention where can you get more information about this, about your courses. Amy?
You could get information about this course on womendatingrescue.com.
And Roz, I'd like you to just tell everybody a little bit about your background briefly before we wind up this interview.
Certainly. I'm a relationship coach, and for 2 decades I've been running workshops and seminars on dating for singles and couples. I was married for many years, and then I got a divorce, and I spent a period of about 8 years being single, starting to date again, and so I'm very familiar with that world. Ultimately, I met my Prince Charming and got married again, and I've been in a happy marriage for the last 10 years. So I've been in both worlds. I know what it's like to be dating. I know the frustrations, I know the mistakes, the pitfalls to avoid, and all of that, and that's why I'm so passionate about helping other people shorten that curve and hone in on being the person that they most want to be to attract the kind of relationship they most want to be in. That's what Dating Rescue is all about.
Great. And Amy, a little bit about your background and experience?
Yes, I have a master's degree in counseling psychology, had a private practice for 20 years. I've worked with couples, I've worked with individuals. Everybody has relationship problems. And what I've dealt with and what I've seen over the past 20 years is all of, as Roz said, all of the pitfalls, all of the areas that are that give people the most difficulty, especially the communication area. So I am very familiar with how to have a healthy, happy, fulfilling relationship and how to help people gear themselves in that direction.
Well, no, that's really great, and I really appreciate you gals being on the interview today, and hopefully everybody out there will look for you on radio shows and seminars and workshops in the near future. And again, thank you gals for appearing on this interview.
Thank you.
And thank you for visiting WomenDatingRescue.com.